Welcome to the Filipino lesson for beginners. We shall continue to learn more vocabulary and sentence construction before moving on to building conversations.
Tayo
Is an expression which means we or us. It is used to indicate a group of people in first person plural. This also includes the listener of the conversation.
kami,
Also takes the same meaning, but it refers to a group of people in first person plural, which excludes the listener of the conversation. The similar grammatical analogy works for possession as well.
namin,
Is an expression which means our. However, the possession does not apply to the listener of the conversation.
amin,
Also takes the same meaning. However, the possession applies to the listener of the conversation as well. We shall slowly move on to sentence construction,
aking bahay,
which means my home,
bahay namin, or aming bahay,
which means our home,
kaninong bahay,
which means whose home,
kaninong bahay ito,
which means whose home is this. We shall slowly move on to the conversation. This is a conversation between you and your Filipino friend. You are visiting Philippines for the first time, and your friend offers you a place to stay. You curiously asked,
kaninong bahay ito,
whose home is this? Your friend had one of the guest houses which was just vacated by the previous occupants and offered to let you stay there for free. Your friend responded,
ito ang bahay namin,
this is our home. We shall have a look at the conversation one more time.
kaninong bahay ito, ito ang bahay namin,
We shall explore more about the expression of possession in Filipino.
mayroon,
Is an expression of possession, which indicates the person who possesses an object in the sentence. It can also be used to refer to the existence of relationships between people.
wala,
Indicates the opposite of the previously proposed meaning, referring to the absence of possession of an object, or absence of relationship with a person. We shall deal with more sentence construction,
mayroon kaibigan,
which means have friend,
mayroon kaibigan na Pilipino,
which means have Filipino friend,
mayroon ka bang kaibigan na Pilipino,
which means do you have Filipino friends?
mayroon akong kaibigan na Pilipino,
We shall deal with another conversation. This is a conversation between you and your American colleague in the Philippines. Your colleague curiously asked,
mayroon ka bang kaibigan na Pilipino,
do you have Filipino friends? You have been living in the Philippines for quite a while and able to get along well with the native population, and replied,
mayroon akong kaibigan na Pilipino, ikaw,
I have a Filipino friend. How about you? The American colleague just arrived in Philippines and yet to acquaint with the surroundings, and responded,
wala akong kaibigan na Pilipino,
I don't have a Filipino friend. We shall have a look at the conversation one more time.
mayroon ka bang kaibigan na Pilipino, mayroon akong kaibigan na Pilipino, ikaw, wala akong kaibigan na Pilipino. Ilan,
Is an expression which is used to ask about the quantity or number of something. The ligature can be added to express the same word as.
ilang, inyong,
Is an expression which refers to something or someone that belongs to or associated with the person or group being addressed. We shall move on to more sentence construction,
tatlong tao,
which means 3 people.
tao,
Is used to refer to people in third-person speech,
limang tao,
which means 5 people.
ilan kayo sa inyong pamilya?
How many people are there in your family?
3 kami, sa pamilya namin.
There are 3 people in our family. We shall deal with one last conversation. This is a conversation between you and your Filipino friend. Your friend curiously asked,
Ilan kayo, sa inyong pamilya?
how many people are there in your family? You responded,
3 kami, sa pamilya namin.
there are 3 people in our family. We shall have a look at the conversation one more time.
Ilan kayo, sa inyong pamilya? 3 kami, sa pamilya namin.
We shall conclude this lesson by learning vocabulary related to family members,
Tatay,
which means father,
tatay, tatay. Nanay,
which means mother,
nanay, nanay. Kuya,
which means elder brother,
kuya, kuya. Ate,
which means elder sister,
ate, ate. Bunso,
which means elder brother or elder sister,
bunso, bunso. Anak na lalaki,
which means son,
anak na lalaki, anak na lalaki. Anak na babae,
which means daughter.
anak na babae, anak na babae.
Thank you for the patient learning. Stay tuned for more updates. If there are any doubts regarding the Filipino lesson, please feel free to ask questions in the comments section.